Be mad at me. I love y'all. Do y'all love me? I love y'all. Okay, but 85% of the people that provided commentary for this Switch Unsung episode look like current or former junkies. I'm sorry, my bad. Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Today's lookies will be our animal print turbans, our Miss Chi shades, and our camellia flower. Ooh, so sexy. You know, just small little accessories to make you look opulent. That's a good word, y'all. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Switch. So this episode of Unsung opens in Grand Rapids, Michigan with the founder, Greg Williams, okay? His mother was a singer for the Lord. You know, all the best singers, they sing for the Lord because, you know, God comes down, put their finger on you and was like, you special. His father was a saxophonist, and it ended up that he picked up the trumpet at 7. Now, according to Greg Williams, the founder of Switch, he said that it was an excellent place to raise your children, okay? But in regards to black music culture, thumbs down. There was no connection between Grand Rapids and musical mainstream. Okay, I can see that. He met Bobby DeBarge through a choir at school called the Sounds of Soul. We all could look back at some people who we've encountered in our life during elementary, junior high, high school, whatever it is, and think, God damn, they were going through some issues, right? I'm going to the left. Don't kill me, right? When I was in the 10th grade at Roosevelt High School, man, it was this beautiful girl, right? I'm not going to say her name, right? But she was red, you know, she was everything that I wanted to be, because in the 80s, if you were red, you were beautiful. And thinking at Bobby DeBarge, you're looking at Bobby DeBarge like, okay, he's light-skinned, he has like beautiful wavy hair, his whole family is beautiful, but what is going on in their household is catastrophical. Is a catastrophe. Catastrophic. So anyway, getting back to the young lady, she was red bone, beautiful haircut. She had that asymmetric going cow. You know how we did in the 80s, right? And brother, man, I was so smitten by this girl. That was my first crush. Coming to find out, this perfect, beautiful girl to me was living in a group home because her family was beating her to death. So she couldn't stay in her home. So she had to be, placed outside of the home. And I tell you, man, she was so nice and kind to me. As we all know, Bobby was the oldest child of the DeBarge musical clan, and probably the most traumatized and abused. I really hope that the DeBarges have learned and prayed very hard to discontinue the curse of addiction. Okay? Because let me tell you something. If I was to meet somebody on this street, not this street, but a street somewhere over there, And they be like, hi, my name is Sunshine DeBarge. Ooh, baby. Girl. You're a DeBarge. Fuck. I would hold my purse. I probably would, because they have a legacy of addiction that is just so scary. You know, to be quite honest with you, my issue with the DeBarge father, you know, there are plenty. I got a lot of issues with both parents of the DeBarge clan. But my concern is that I believe that the father was mad. I mean, literally furious that he fell in love with a black woman and made black children. Okay? Brother, all you had to do, like the rest of the niggas, was get her pregnant and leave. That's all you had to do, but you stayed. And I think how he remedied the pain of being in love with a black woman and having black children was to abuse them. Anyway, like I said, he mad at the Mama Ernestine, for being black, but that's not keeping him from crawling on top of her and putting 9 kids up in her ass. And DeBarge, Pappy DeBarge, you ain't getting no credit because you didn't get up and run, okay? You ain't getting no credits for that because you was beating them kids up and sexually abusing them kids, okay? So we go on to talk about Bobby DeBarge's sexuality, right? No member of the group had a problem with Bobby's sexuality because they are aware of the abuse that's going on in the DeBarge household. Now, Greg and Bobby are gigging in Grand Rapids until an opportunity in 1973. A friend of Greg called and said, look, we working with Barry White. Won't you come on down here and let's do some music together? Okay, Greg and Bobby are on their way to Phoenix, Arizona to create White Heat. There they met Jody Sims. I couldn't be in a bed with a man who had is in a scarf and rollers and take that for serious, girl, but Barry White was one of them. Okay, his ass, all right? I don't have no problems with you, Barry White. I wanna be with you all night. Let me hold you, baby, get you in the mood. Am I singing the right part? Come on, come on, come on. Let me take you into the garden. Press and curl. He lays like a 26-page paper in front of him, you know, bunch of papers in front of him, 26 pages. Okay, a bullet that they don't understand, right? One of the boys said, should we get a lawyer to look at this? Preston Curl started kirking. Preston Curl was like, what the hell? You niggas trying to get over on me? Wait a minute, Barry. Wait a minute, Barry Preston Curl White. Wait a minute. That's not what we trying to do. We trying to protect ourselves. Just like you trying to protect you, I'm trying to protect me. The boys looked at it as a possible missed opportunity, so they went on and they signed the paperwork anyway, okay? Preston Curl ain't do nothing with them at the end of the day. They put out an album. It was lackluster. Preston Curl is like Toodles. In 1975, White Heat released their self-entitled album. The album went Plastic Spoon, I told you. As a result, Bobby said, I'm going back home to Grand Rapids, and started shooting dope. Baby, and let me tell you something. That opioid, that's a bad motherfucker. It releases all pain, okay? Physically and mentally. You for real, all you're doing is going to sleep, girl. You could take some Benadryl and go to fuck to sleep. So anyway, they in Akron, Ohio. We got Greg, that is the founder. The dude Jody, who they picked up out there with, what's his name? Barry Preston Curl White. Okay, they picked him up. They picked up Bobby DeBarge's younger brother, Tommy. And then they got a dude named MC Clark and Eddie Fullen. Also, they got Philip Ingram. That's James Ingram's brother. Okay, ooh, when I tell you that Philip Ingram snatchback sent me, y'all. Ooh. But I don't think that, you know, he actually pressed and curled his hair, because right now he a little bald. As of the Unsung episode, he a little bald, and you know them, you know, the good heads, they be the first ones to go. It was important for Greg to have a group that each member could do more than one thing, meaning they could sing and play one or two instruments. Hence, switch. Let's talk about right quick what the Unsung episode did not talk about, okay? The correlation between the Jacksons and the DeBargis, okay? Whenever the story is told, it always seems like, okay, you know, they on an elevator up to Motown. Jermaine Jackson is like, hey, okay. Oh, you guys want to sing at Motown? Okay, all right, let me see what I can do, blah, blah, blah. That's the way they make it look, okay? What they always neglect to say is that Bobby was around there hunching on a LaToya Jackson. Also, because the two families commingled, Janet is already knowing James DeBarge. When we did the Janet Jackson documentary, that's when my eyes opened up like, God damn it. Let me find out that the Jacksons and the DeBarges were together, you know, having cookouts and stuff like that together before the DeBarges was ever introduced to Motown. But the way they make it seem was DeBarge was in the elevator. Jermaine Jackson say, hey, what you doing here? What you doing here? We want to sing. Here go our tape. Give it to Barry Gordy. Okay, and Jermaine was the person who was responsible for bringing DeBarge in, child, and leave it up to Bobby, you know, according to the Bobby DeBarge movie, that Bobby was the reason why the DeBarges ended up at Motown. They down there at Motown putting their best foot forward, right? Okay, they switching around, they singing, they doing, you know, right? The people at Motown is like, something ain't right. We need a little more. We got Philip, we got the other dude that's singing, but we need a little more, right? Philip Ingram like, don't you bring back that junkie nigga, Bobby DeBarge. Don't you bring that junkie back here. They bring the junkie back. The good news is, by the time that Bobby DeBarge got to Los Angeles, he was clean and sober for that moment, okay? Because you never know. So here they are, they in front of the Motown execs, switching around, jumping from the keyboards to the guitar. Motown's exec is like, oh my God, this is amazing. The singer can play drums. The drummers can play the keyboards. Oh my God, they switching around. Hence, Switch. The name Switch was solidified. In 1977, Motown rented them a house where they can just, you know, gig all day. Jermaine would come by here and there, you know, because I got to throw my Jermaine Jackson juice on top of it and make sure, because y'all coming up off my name, that you guys stay where you supposed to be. And that's inside this house doing nothing but making music. Dudes, Greg has said Jermaine Jackson basically, you know, leaned back and just allowed us to be us, right? He didn't interfere when it comes down to creativity at all. They'll Never Be was their debut single. Now, I cannot lie, y'all. The reason why I fell in love with a falsetto is because of Bobby DeBarge. Since, hey, we are lying here all for the first time, you and I, show me what you'll do for me. After finishing the Switch album, each member got a $6,000 bonus apiece. So that ain't enough, okay? I don't care what year it was. I don't care if it's 1929, 1932, 2023. Nigga, that ain't ever gonna be enough. Okay? That's why I'm like, ugh. Some of these people needed agents to be there on their behalf, but you know it's Motown. Okay, I mean, goddamn. They're back in the studio, and you have switched too. Best Beat in Town provided a good dance and disco hit and made it to number 16. I used to think about immature things. Do you want me? Are you going to call me like you said you would? Man, this is really how the phone calls would go back in the day when you was a teenager, because you confused about love. You like somebody, but you feeling real insecure about yourself. Don't be mad at me. I love y'all. Do y'all love me? I love y'all. Okay, but 85% of the people that provided commentary for this Switch Unsung episode look like current or former junkies. I'm sorry, my bad. Them must look like they kind of interviewed them at the rehab. I'm sorry, I love you. I love y'all, but somebody had to say it. I did. Bobby DeBarge was madly in love with LaToya, right? She ain't want his ass. Bobby, you can't be in your feelings because LaToya Jackson didn't want your ass. Baby, you was shooting dope. You was all over the damn place. And we was having issues, you know, with people speculating that you were bisexual, okay? maybe LaToya, being a young person she was at the time, she don't feel like fighting that fight. I don't feel like fighting my family as to why I'm dating a bisexual junkie. Supposedly the tea was about the song I Call Your Name was about LaToya Jackson, right? Greg, who helped write the song, said, man, I wasn't in love with LaToya. I mean, I was a good friend of LaToya, but I wrote most of the lyrics for the damn song, and I didn't love her. Bobby loved her. Philip Ingram, the only clean and sober one. What? Eddie and Jody got down socially, okay? I mean, all right. Bobby, Greg, and Tommy, they had serious concerns. Greg admitted that Bobby introduced him to freebase. God damn. Man, I don't know too many people that was able to get that crack, pick it up, and just put it down and walk away. I don't know too many people. Everybody tell me that once they hit that thing, they gonna be chasing that monkey forever. It's crazy to me how people see how addiction works, but they still be like, ooh, I want some of that. No, I don't want none of that. Greg was a functioning addict, all right? He was able to get high, go to work, do his job, and come home. But Bobby and Tommy, them mugs had some serious issues. When Bobby broke up with LaToya, that's when things started spiraling, okay? He became more open with his bisexuality. This was not a problem with who he was in the bed with. The problem was the fact that they thought that the rest of the members were also a part of the community. So that's a problem to them. Greg, like, I'm strictly pussy over here. Brother, don't let them, I like your friends, but keep them over there. All right, because I like pussy. Now, while all these things are going on, Bobby's sentiment is, ain't nobody here to see you, Greg. They here to see me. I'm the star of this group. Greg is like, oh yeah? Okay. The third album, we got problems. The group is no longer a group. They still a group, but they're not a group. Everybody wants to be a writer, producer, arranger, whatever it is. In the meantime, Motown then found Bobby's younger siblings, the DeBargis, and signed them. Oh, we got problems. But this nigga over here ain't acting right. And you mean to tell me we can get 5 DeBargis in one group? Man, get out my face. So, here's a little bit of tea. Bertie Gordy ain't want nothing to do with the DeBargis, okay? Because he knew they ain't had no sense. Them niggas ain't got enough sense to go and ask for change for $1. They getting all the vending machines and turning them upside down, okay? While high on pills, all right? Jermaine, that's your problem. Susan DePassy, that's your problem. You better get these DeBargis. With bringing in the DeBargis, it caused further problems between the group because the other members outside of Bobby and Tommy was thinking they getting ready to leave us. Bobby knows how important his voice is to the group. We working on the third album, right? Bertie Gordy was like, okay, the album's okay, but I need you to change some of these lyrics. Bobby DeBarge said, I ain't changing to the Bertie Gordy? Okay. That was the beginning of the end. Why the hell do I got to sit here and take shit from you, Bobby DeBarge? I got 5 of your brothers over here. Sisters. 4 brothers, 1 sister. I got to take some, I don't have to take no problem from you. I got 10 more over there. If I could talk to your mother, I'd tell her make 17 more. Damn. Bobby DeBarge is hollering about that he want to be solo. Okay? Okay. If you want to be solo, go be solo. Despite all, the 4th album, This Is My Dream, was released. Now, thank goodness for the song that Bobby wrote with his sister Bunny, Love Over and Over Again. That single went to number 9. Thank you, Jesus, because you niggas was out of the door. Now they on tour. Switch has in mind that this is going to put us right back on the map. Answer no. Bobby is now drinking lean, okay? Some kind of cough medicine. I don't want no parts of it because there's too many of them ninjas that's out here dying from that mess. Now, because like I said, he on that lean, right? You know that's a prescription drug. You know, that's harder to get than any street drug because Bobby has to fly back and forth to the damn doctor that's writing the prescriptions for the medications. He's missing shows now. You missing shows? Okay. okay? You know that damn Philip Ingram, sick of his ass. On the last date of this particular tour, them ninjas said they left owing more money than what they made. Sound like a New Edition tour to me. It is what it is. Bobby quit the band and took Tommy with him. However, they owed Motown one more album, and the group recruited two new singers, Terrence Gaines and Shane Giles, to complete the final album, Switch 5. It went pillowcase. Maybe satin pillowcase. It's contract renewal time, okay? And Motown said, oh, we'll renew your contract, but you better get that junkie Bobby back. They had no choice. Philip Ingram is like, no. I told y'all the first time, don't bring that junkie here, okay? I'm telling y'all again, if you bring that junkie, I'm gone. If y'all want to be around here babying that nigga and acquiescing to him at every whim, you go right on ahead. But I'm gone. Hell, my brother James Ingram, I can do backup singing for his ass and be good. In 1982, you only have Jody, Eddie, and Greg left. The remaining members of Switch went out and got them a record deal with Total Experience Records. It was a new start with new additions, Raynard Gallo, Gonzalez Ozen, and Philip Upchurch Jr., but it wasn't the same. It wasn't Switch. 3 years after Switch's final album was recorded, named Am I Still Your Boyfriend didn't chart. Am I still your boyfriend? Are you catering to that? That wasn't. It should have been man, because y'all are not boyfriend time now. Y'all are husband time. Ooh, hold on, okay? Now you talk too much, my bad. So let me tell you why Am I Still Your Boyfriend kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because one time I was working part-time at this Lowe's, right? Round there back home in New Carlton, right? I was working part-time at Lowe's, child, and I had met this man. He was so fine. Fine, okay? My dumb ass, I'm like 35. And my dumb ass is like, ooh, you have a girlfriend? This nigga looked me in my face and said, no. Come to find out, 7 months later, he didn't have a girlfriend because he had a wife. Oh, that nigga, you tricked me, motherfucker. Greg moved to New Jersey to fight his battle against drug addiction. You moved to New Jersey to fight that? Okay. Motown is infatuated with Bobby. They're helping him to prepare for his solo album, but he's still a stone cold junkie. Bunny DeBarge says that she believes that Motown didn't even understand how much of a junkie her brother was. Super junkie. Bobby was arrested on drug trafficking charges and sentenced to 5 years. 2 years later, Tommy DeBarge is also arrested on drug charges. By the time Bobby DeBarge was released in 1993, he was diagnosed HIV positive. Once Bobby DeBarge was released, he contacted Greg, okay? That's the founder of the group, okay? And let him know, while I was locked up, baby, I've been writing and creating music. To see how Bobby DeBarge was deteriorating was painful for all to see. Even Philip Ingram, you know, the one that told Bobby DeBarge to kiss his ass. You know, I'm not about to acquiesce to you. Shit, I can sing too around here. All right, I'm an Ingram, goddammit. Bobby DeBarge was working on his solo. It's not over. By August 1995, he entered the final stages of his disease and returned to Grand Rapids for hospice. At this point, Bobby DeBarge has learned to forgive, because remember, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you to have your peace and carry on with your life. Because guess what? They done did whatever it is they done done to you and moved on 13 more times to do it to somebody else. You still stewing. Forgiveness is key to peace. On August 16th, 1995, Bobby succumbed to complications of AIDS at the age of 39. Although the group Switch disbanded, most members kept themselves busy in the music industry. Jody became a DJ. Greg ended up producing records for Sugar Hill Records. Eddie continued working with different bands and on different shows. Philip started doing commercials and movies. He said he made more money being behind the scenes than he did out front with Switch. Believable. I mean, hell, Switch was under Motown, okay, and ain't nobody gonna make no money really with Motown, not even Diana DeRoss, and we learned that from the book. Although the 90s Switch continued to perform, but without Bobby and Tommy. And rest in peace, Tommy DeBarge, because he recently passed in last month, okay? It wasn't like the same, of course. And then Greg heard a new singer by the name of Aki Nixon. The group has been back together since 2003, touring. Now, because at the time Tommy was dealing with health issues, the guitarist Michael Glory is now with Switch. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.